my God. Oh, oh, oh. It be like said they won't tell us what to we never hear before. To Baba Deya, plus Soli Baba Deya, Sabada Bada 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 Bada.
No be smarting, no be smarting, no be smarting, no be smarting. I said no be smarting, no be smarting, no be smarting.
Good morning out here. We are here live at the complex of the National Assembly to report the ongoing protests at the National Assembly, the occupied National Assembly. You can see Nigerians from across the country. They are out to protest the outcome of the ongoing electoral reform that have been squashed by the National Assembly. The people want their votes to count, and they are advocating for real-time transmission of election directly from the polling unit. That is why we are here to ensure the coverage live from Copia Media TV, ensuring that we are able to provide real-time situation on ground. Thank you.
As you see me so, I'm not send you.
They are because look at women that I'm seeing here today. It is touching. It's something
like you've been playing me all along. So many times you asked me to put the whole of my trust in you. So many times you betrayed me and played me for a fool. Why don't we work together so the future will be brighter? Cause it be like you and I, we didn't need each other all the time. All the time. Another year has come, and now you want my trust once more. Oh, no. It be like say you want to tell me another story again. It be like say you want to act another movie again. It be like say you want to go another coding again. It be like say you want to dance, knocking you dance again. You want to see another song again. It be like say you want to go. See, all I wanna say is they don't really care about us. Cause all they really want to do is just to get in touch with big bucks.
I'm here representing Copeland International. So now, this is about 4 or 5 different occasions that we've been here with the team. I can see crowd, I can see masses, I can see everybody, all of us asking for only one thing from the National Assembly. The one thing that matters to every common man is to feel a sense of belonging. Okay, now, these people, we voted them in. We voted all the National Assembly. We voted them in, so to say. Suddenly now, we are demanding for a simple something that can be done by the leaders of the National Assembly. We just want our vote to be counted. We want electronical transmission of election results, and that is what we are requesting for. They should understand that this is the time that matter most to all the common man of this common woman of this country. They just have to do what we request for. It's our right. We want our vote. We want the election to become. We want the election to.
Nigeria is a good country where every mineral resources that God has given to us, we need to enjoy it, but the ones we elected in the seat are duping from us. We pay our tax, see, they are still collecting from us.
Much of us. Dedicate this one to all of the shady politicians. Why don't you change your ways? Change your ways now.
It's been following development since December.
As you see me so.
Following development since the Senate
all of the shady politicians, as you see me so.
following that
I'm not send you
that agreed with the reform
all of the shady politicians.
in the current electoral bill, the INEC Bill 2022 as amended, on the matter of electoral transmission of results electronically from the polling unit into the IREV as a clause that was considered not to be a mandatory provision in the 2023 election, because it was considered as one that was open to the discretion of the Independent Electoral Commission. You will know that the citizens came to the conclusion that the Senate is acting contrary to the desire of Nigerians for electoral transparency that will strengthen our democracy. You know that to be so. Many citizens have spoken. I have been particularly loud in stating that if the Senate gets away with a provision that is ambiguous, that gives power of discretion to determine the ifs and the buts, instead of making the clause mandatory that every vote must count in this country. And that the way that our votes will count is to have this mandatory provision that makes it the core principle of our electoral transparency, that no longer shall our votes be subject to the kinds of TPEX cancellations of results that we saw on the EC 8A in previous elections. And so we as citizens are saying, stop any coup against this democracy. Stop it. The National Assembly must realize that they were, well, majority of them were probably not voted in. I wanted to say they were voted in. But it is exactly what they have done all these decades. This, how many decades now of our democracy? 2 decades of our democracy. It is what they have done that they want to sustain. The only reason they don't want transparency through the mandatory provision for there to be instant, real-time, electronic transmission of the results from the EC8A to the IREF is because they want to continue to capture our democracy for the pillaging of the Nigerian state. The society is laboring under the weight of poor governance that we have seen so far in our democracy. And now the citizens are saying enough. Enough is enough. There is no reason why people who call themselves Democrats would hate transparency. Do you hate transparency? No. Do the citizens of Nigeria hate transparency? No. Why then would the people who say that they are the Democrats hate transparency? It can only be for one reason. They do not want democracy. These ones are enemies of democracy. If they should pass any kind of law that does not make mandatory transmission without any proviso to it, because what they are pretending to society now is that they have passed, that what they have agreed is mandatory transmission. It shall. But then, after they said that, they removed all of it. They removed all of it by already putting in many other things that will become the norm. I can tell you that because I did the reform of the of the procurement system in this country. Everywhere that they put any provisos became the norm. The proviso will become the norm. You see, they are already planning and saying that when should something fail, why are you making a law that is saying that there will be failure? Why are you introducing network failure and all other things that are extraneous to any law? Every law of a country is very clear without ambiguity. And what they have done is to already they are basically cramping us for the fact that they are planning to do exactly the provisos that they have put in that clause. Is that what we should take? No! Should Nigerians who have been battered by this democracy be accepting this kind of a provision? No! Then it is important that every one of us should tell every one of us that this is wrong. If these people pass an INEC bill, an INEC reform bill that already has programmed the rigging for them, if they pass that kind of a bill and they dare to take it to the president for assent, then we should know that both the legislature as well as the executive have decided that the Nigerian people don't matter. Do you matter? Yes. Do you matter? Yes. Well, if you matter, then you should be standing your ground. They do not own our democracy. Democracy belongs to who? Yes. No, you have to tell me, don't say us, because you could be part of them. You could be part of them that are wanting to do the wrong thing. So democracy belongs to who? The people. Democracy belongs to the people. It does not belong to a few politicians that have rigged themselves into political offices and now wanting it to lord it over the country. This country is not for those people. Have we not had enough? It's time to end it. Let me tell you, the most important provision in that bill today is this electronic transmission. Because in the past, nobody knew what was voted in polling units across the country. And that was what enabled them to now do collation that was a wayo collation. It got to the point where I even had to begin to put out things in pidgin English, just so that Nigerians who say they don't understand this complexity can understand it. It is that important. If you don't care about yourself, at least care for the generation that is coming from you. Because you may be thinking that you are okay right now, but you're not okay. You're not okay if the generation that will come from you will not be okay. Because until you get good governance in this country, the child of the poor is stuck for life. Do you want your children to be stuck for life? No! Your grandfather handed poverty to you. Yeah? Your grandfather or your great-grandfather, as a matter of fact, handed poverty to your grandfather. Yes. Your grandfather handed poverty to your father. And now your father has handed poverty to you. And now you're preparing to hand poverty over to your children? Is that what you're trying to do? Well, let me tell you, if we don't get this transparency in the electronic transmission on a mandatory clause, then let me tell you, and you know me, I don't waste my word. I state it the way it is. Let me tell you, if you don't fight for this clause, you're basically saying it is okay for you to hand poverty to your own children and for your children to hand it to their own children. Well, if it is God forbid, you will get more Nigerians.
The bullion ban is already delivering the cash to them.
These people are not better than us.
Maybe to lobby the Senate. We are watching.
Are you ready
They
to
want to
win
lobby
this?
the Senate.
If we don't win it today, we must get ourselves ready. All of the people that call themselves elected people in this country, from the president to all of them, we will stand against them. We will stand against them. I said we will stand against them. So my summary is this, for you the media, you must let it. I want you to just know that the summary point this morning is that we, members of the credible election team, have come today to let it be known that any election that lacks credibility will not be acceptable to the Nigerian people. 2027 must not mark the end of our democracy. Because if the people that have put themselves into office dare to test the will of the Nigerian people, we will let them know that in collective action, we will stand against them. We will confront their nonsense. Because citizens have had enough of this nonsense. Just look at Nigerians are killed without there being any consequence. How are you going to continue to agree to that? I was saying recently that nobody even talks about the fact that there is no power in the country. No electricity. Nigerians have adjusted themselves to that failure. Is it correct? It shouldn't be. And so my final word to you is, state it clearly. The text that the House of Representatives passed, is that not the text we want? Yes, ma'am. That text that the House of Representatives passed, electronic transmission, real time and mandatory, not subject to any discretion by INEC or anybody. Thank you very much. God bless you.
God bless you. God bless you. Great Nigeria people. Great Nigeria people. Ladies and gentlemen, please. We have various speakers. One by one they will be speaking. If they want to transmit money, then get network. If they want to transmit money and mago, then get network. If they want to transmit real-time result, no network. There must be network. There must be transmission of results. It is not, we will make sure that that election is done transparently. I now hand over this mic to Adewale Adebayo, the presidential candidate of the
and around the parliament, making one case or the other. So this is not a protest. This is participation in democracy. Many more Nigerians should make this a daily activity. Whether you are concerned about water, air quality, education, whatever is the subject matter that concerns you for that day, you have a right to come here and remind our constitutional representatives that they have zero power except the power they are exercising on our behalf. That's number one. Number two, what we need to understand is that we have a history of people rigging elections. But what the present administration is doing, and the National Assembly is enabling them to do, is that they are not content to rig elections. They want to rig the rules of the elections. They want to make election rigging part of the law. So what we are fighting for is not just one clause in one bill. We are fighting for the principle of freedom. What the Tinubu administration is doing to us, and Akpabio is leading national, and this is a country where the government says they have arrested coup plotters, and that the coup plotters will face death sentence, life imprisonment, other punishments. And the government itself is a coup d'etat. So we cannot allow for them to assume that we are quiet. And let me tell them, what we are doing here today is our right. Yes, and it's our love for the country we are expressing. Yes, they cannot be too sure that every part of Nigeria will continue to wait and protest peacefully like this. So the earlier they abandon that attempted coup and do the right thing, the best for the country. As it is today, our president is being supervised from Washington on how to be a commander-in-chief. And is being supervised from France on how to manage the economy. Does he want to be supervised from abroad on how to conduct elections? India has 10 times of our voting population. They don't discuss free and fair elections because it is an insult to the Indian spirit that you will think the election is not fair. So this is the last time there will be a crowd that will come out to discuss free and fair elections. It should be part of our national expectation.
I just landed just a few minutes ago, and I couldn't drive to Jos. I needed to divert to be here. And I want to say that I was in the Capitol Hill. I was in the Capitol Hill, and I did not ask for any protocol for me to be in with the members of the Congress. I made my presentation. My presentation was taken. Why should it be in my own country that the citizens cannot go inside the chamber to discuss with the members of the National Assembly? Nigeria doesn't belong to them. Nigeria is ours. The office of the citizen is greater than the office of the president. Enough is enough. All this grammar. I have traveled across this country, 740 local governments. Nigeria has over 96% coverage in terms of network. Why should I be afraid? Why should you be afraid? Transmit result real time. We don't want any jabba language. Straight. 2027, there will be no room for the judiciary to manipulate and decide who governs us. What I want to say, the Bible says God has not given us the spirit of fear. Nigeria, not fear. They want you to be afraid. They want to threaten you. They want to run this nation into one party state. It will never happen. We have prayed and it is time to act. That's why I am here. You can see me on slippers. I dropped out of the car, driving to church to stand with Nigerians. It is time we must fight for our rights. We must fight for our rights. As long as righteous people keep quiet, wickedness will continue to prosper. So what we're saying today, whether it is Senator Akpabio and all your cliques, your end has come. If you do not adjust and agree with what the Nigerians are asking, I can tell you, study the history of this country. The end of the wicked has come. That is standing on the righteous position of the God who made the heaven and the earth. Now, Nigerians, I want to ask you a question. You lost over 100 people in Kwara, and every Nigerian is moving as if no soul has been lost. Nigeria should be mourning now. Nigeria should come to a standstill. Hey, Nigerians, it's time to come out of our comfort zone and get on the street. Now let me say this in closing. This is the beginning of the fight.
Oh my God. It be like sitting down, tell us to Baba
and we will see the new Nigeria. Congratulations, Nigeria.
There is nobody in the National Assembly that would have won an election if it was free and fair. In fact, Akpabio never won the primaries of his party. Nawan never won the primaries of his party. And Tinubu could have become the president of Nigeria if elections were transmitted transparently. So they are protecting themselves, and we have a duty to protect ourselves. We have asked them that these are minimum irreducible. Just asking you to transmit election results. They are not doing us a favor. Because Nigerians have a bigger plan than the transmission of the results. And that is after the results are transmitted, if we do not agree with the position of the results, we will transmit the people into oblivion in our own time. And the last thing I will say, the National Assembly has its time now to pass the law. Mandatory is the word, so that there's no lawyer, no judge who is interpreting the votes of the Nigerian people in their millions. With 7 people at the court. But let them pass the law that says mandatory transmission of election is compulsory in real time, and on our part we will sign the network. Thank you. The only thing that we have today that is keeping us and giving us hope is this democracy. That's right. Nothing. The system has really collapsed where we are. We cannot even vote for the past maybe 60 years. People impose themselves on us through godfathers and money. We want to change the narrative. We want to take away the almajiris from the streets. We don't want them to be using our people to preach Boko Haram and shout Allahu Akbar when they are slaughtering people. We don't want it to continue. This democracy is our hope. We have to bring good people into the National Assembly. We have to change the system. We are telling them, if they don't want us to do it in peace, we must do it in violence. We can say it. We are not going to mix our words. We will not die in the hands of the insurgents and the bandits. We must come to Abuja here and die with the politicians that are breeding those criminals in our domain. We will not stop this fight. If you are in Kogi, you are in Bayelsa, you are in Ilele, in Sokoto, come out and fight for your children. Come out and fight for yourself. Come out and fight for the soul of this country. Democracy is the soul. It determines everything. And in Islam we are told anything that leads to wajib is wajib. Definitely we are going to be out in mass to make sure that we change the narration, we change the thinking, and we must elect people that will do laws that will make us human, not people creating animals in the name of people, killing people for nothing, for no justification, and some people are dying and welcoming people. And also I'm sending this message to those that are supporting them. We will meet them. Let them come and sell this government to us. Thank you very much.
Why don't you change your ways now? Make the people leave the way they're supposed to leave.
Go on.
See me so
This is horrible. I'm just coming in from the States. Americans and Nigerians were in the Capitol Hill presenting their request. Nobody sent their tear gas. You can imagine me. You can imagine in this place right now. I just came in from the States, and you can imagine Nigerians in a peaceful demonstration, and you're pumping tear gas. Just imagine me right now. This request is simple request by the people, simple request by the citizen, and all that they need to do is to listen to the citizen and not to come and threaten the citizen. This our younger generation. I was passing and I saw these younger people standing for the future of a nation. And what this country, what these people can do is to pump tear gas on innocent Nigerians. Now, I'm saying this. I'm saying this to every Nigerian. Let me say this. You are responsible to decide what happened in your country.
Yes.
You are responsible. Yes. You either allow tyranny or you allow democracy to reign in your country. Nigeria, it is your time. I am here as a priest.
Yes.
I am here as a priest. I came to see what's going on and to stand with these young people. All they are asking for is for the e-transmission of results, real time. And this is what you're getting.
We are not deterred. There is no going back. We are not better than the 100 persons killed in Kwara.
That's right.
We are not better than persons killed in Boko and Mangu in
That's right.
We are not better than people in Yelwata and Benue.
That's right.
For how long will Nigerian leaders continue to kill their citizens rather than to do the right thing? Instead of going to take the decision that favors the people, they are trying to twist us. They are trying to suppress us. They want to steal the vote of the people. It will not work. Tear gas, we continue to insist our vote must count. We want mandated real-time electronic transmission of results. Not going back.
I stand.
This is the only thing you can do. This is the only institution we have in Nigeria by making our transmission instant. That is the first beginning. They don't know how to go after terrorists.
I was not tear gassed when I demanded to talk with the American congressmen. They listened to me and listened to my offer. Why should in Nigeria, Nigerians making their presentation of what they are asking for, and all that they will get is tear gassing all of these people? Nigeria, it's time we join hands together. And
we are still at the National Assembly, and it's obvious that the police are already out of their patience. They are beginning to tear gas Nigerians. This is all we could get from what we call the democracy. This, of course, is not the democracy that we all labored for. This is not the democracy that should stand for the freedom of the people. We cannot afford to allow this to stand. If all we could get for demanding for real-time transmission of election results, then I'm afraid what lies ahead in 2027. All we are demanding for is to ensure that there is transparency in the electoral process. And in the event that there is any failure, then there is danger awaiting us in 2027 because the people will resist any action to rig criminals. We are Nigerians demanding for our right. We're just asking, do the right thing. And we don't see the reason why they'll be throwing out teagas. We are demanding that the right thing will be done, not just for ourselves, even for them and their own children. But some bunch of fools in that National Assembly who think they own the country want to make laws that will get us entrapped even in 2027. We will say no to whatever they are doing there. What we want is real-time transmission of results so that everybody will see what is going on per time. Not when they will go to a collection center and change the numbers. This must not stand. Nigerians, please come out and make your demand and your voice heard. We cannot continue to be slaves in our own country. Bandits are killing us, terrorists are killing us, police are killing us. So where do we run to? Where do we run to? Enough is enough. Enough is enough. All right, it's rather unfortunate that the same police now have tear gas to release on the protesters, but they don't have the tear gas to go after the terrorists. These are part of the stories of the Nigerian people. This is how bad the establishment is, and this is how desperate they are to rig the election come 2027. But the will and the power of the people will suppress the power of the few that are ruling us. We want a country that works for everyone, and we cannot afford to go asleep at this point. All Nigerians, we are calling on you, whichever part of the country you are. This is not the time to go to sleep. It's time to come on the street. Come out and be part of the process. Come and protest for electoral reform. We want transmission of election results in real time. We don't want any collation center miracle anymore. There is no room for manual collation. At this age and time, in 2026, there should be no sane human being advocating for manual collation of results in 2027. Are we making progress or we are retrogressing? This is unacceptable, and the people will continue to stand and resist the shenanigans of the APC government. Akpabio, your days are numbered at the Senate. You cannot be there forever, and one day your establishment will be brought to shame. The people will resist whatever manipulation you are doing at the Senate. We now have a Senate that is rubber stamp, a Senate that is only being ruled by Godswill Akpabio. We want a Senate where all the senators, the wish and the aspiration, the voice of the senators will be respected, not just the voice of Godswill Akpabio. So a time is coming in 2027 where we shall vote out all senators that are standing against the will of the people. We want transmission of election results in real time. There is no going back, and it's not too much to ask for.
Looking back to all the years that you and I have spent together, it seems like you've been playing me all along.
Matasa, ku bude ido, wa ido mu a gaban mu aka yi abin kunya, aka yi abin mamaki, saboda ni da muka zo protest ba bindiga ba komai, amma ana ta bin mu da teagas, ga kidnappers can, ga bandits can, ga terrorists can, an baro su, sun sace muna yara, sun sace muna dukiyoyi, sun kashe muna yan uwa, sun sace muna komi da komi, an baro su, amma sun zo nan suna ta halibin mu da barkonin tsohuwa. In akwai barkonin tsohuwan nan, in akwai action su tafi jihohi mana, wanda inda terror suke, inda kidnapper suke, su zo su magance abin. Amma ba nan za su zaya a cikin gari ba, duk wanda za su ba da oda su yi kokari su tafi can inda akwai aiki. Nan babu aiki. Aikin ne ake yi a nan babu, tunda ba mu zo da bindiga ba, ba mu saci kayan kowa ba, ba mu hana ba kowa zaman lafiya ba. To menene muke yi? Mu zaman lafiya muke kira ga yan uwanmu Najeriya a kawo muna sauyi, saboda ka wanda gwamnati ba mu yarda da ita ba, tana nuna mana zalunci, tana nuna mana hayinci, saboda ka ba mu yarda ba, ba za mu yi ba. Wannan
You won't believe what is going on. The Nigerian police force started shooting tear gas, including some few of the Nigerian army,
They were all here tear-gassing everybody. About 4 people were down. They were rushed to hospital. It's a disgrace to a nation like this, right in front of our elected so-called honorable. They were all watching. The whole world is watching. These people are out frustrating us for our peaceful rally that we're doing, peaceful protest. We never hold gun, we never hold stone, we never hold stick, but they're beating people, they're gassing us with chemical. It's so unfortunate. In fact, it's disgusting. This government is a disaster. It's a disgrace. I hope the president of the United States is watching live and direct. Look at them. Look at them behind you coming. Look at them behind you. Yeah, those are the thieves. Those are the thieves coming. Look at them. So it's so unfortunate. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Throwing teagas on us, like repeatedly over and over again. I wonder, do we have any rights in this country anymore? The police are arresting us and telling us we have no rights to be here. What did we do wrong to this country, for crying out loud? That you can't even come out to say your mind. You can't come out to speak up anymore. No freedom of speech. You're being shut down, not to say anything, not to speak. And they keep oppressing us. But we have one thing for you, tell them that we're not giving up and we're not stepping down until they give us what we want. We're not going to stop. We will keep coming here until they give us our mandate, until they give us what we're asking for. They can't suppress us anymore. We can't stand back and watch things continue to go wrong in our country. We won't take it anymore. You have to come to an end. If they like, they should keep throwing teagas. If they like, they should keep throwing whatever it is they want to show. We are going to fight for what is ours, and we're going to get it. Whether they like it or not, they will. I know that the whole world is watching, and they will see their evil acts, what they are doing, and they will all pay for it. I know.
Wannan abin kunya ne goge a ce tara biyan mutane, abin kunya ne, bai kamata ba. That we demand for real-time electronic transmission of results in real time. It is non-negotiable. There is no amount of tear gas or intimidation that will chase the protesters away. What we're asking for is not too much to demand for. How can a democratic institution like the National Assembly be against transparency? Why should a democratic institution like the National Assembly be demanding for discretionary condition of election process? It is unacceptable. We want mandatory upload of election results in real time. Members moving along with the senators, when they retire at the end of 35 years, they reverse back to the masses. They fall back to the poverty line that is encroaching and eating up the people. So you see, it is non-negotiable. Transmission of election results in real time is what we stand for, and there is no amount of intimidation that will chase us away.
You must do the right thing. What we want is mandatory real-time electronic transmission results. There is no going back. We are not better than people killed in Benue. The victims of insecurity in Kaduna, we are not better than them. Southern Kaduna, for how long will Nigeria government continue to kill the citizens instead of doing the right thing? At this point, we must organize a nationwide mobilization. Yes. We must, because from nothing we dey hear, they want to adopt the Senate version. They want to take and remove the real-time electronic transmission of results. What is going on right now is brazen daylight robbery. They want to take and steal the mandate of the people. Will we keep quiet? Will we keep quiet? We no go gree. We no go gree. Abado, pass the bill. We no go gree. We no go gree. Abado, pass the bill. So as it is right now, we go house. Yes. We will go and then we will reconvene. Yes. Because for you to be able to get what you want here, you must mobilize. Yes. You must mobilize. Yes. Every Nigerian will mean well for this country. Civil society, religious leaders. Not because we go allow criminals go enter power. Then you begin to tell us to pray for our leaders. We cannot continue like this.
Sorry, we are in here today, National Assembly here in Abuja. We just came to ask for a simple demand from Akpabio and his assembly's colleagues. We said we need immediate transmission of results in real time. It's not a hard job for them to do for us. Very simple something. But all they are doing, they are just stressing us here. It's a stress. I call it stress. In fact, we're even doing them good by asking them. Ordinarily, it's a job that if you can have a chance, you can have the POS in the village to transfer and to withdraw money. What is hard about transmission of results at real time? So we're here for a peaceful protest, and all security men who said they don't have teagas to meet men in the Boko Haram to teagas them, but they are teagasing us here. We didn't come in for fight for anything. We just come to ask for a simple demand. All they are doing here is to teagas us. People are afraid. Everybody has been crying since. And it's not just a tear gas, it's that fire and pepper tear gas. It's put a shame on Nigerians. Akpabio and Tinubu, shame on you people.
Tirelessly enough, you pray for money tonight. God never answer you. God gave you health. God gave you land. God gave you everything you need. You still dey pray. Now let me tell you something. Who dey benefit now? Pastor get bulletproof van. Pastor get police security. Pastor get escorts. Politicians get escorts. But you yourself, now you go church, you go pray. Most of the things you go to church to pray, the government can give it to you. Most of the things you go to church to pray, the government can provide for you. Only you go die. If you enter road, you go die. If you enter hospital, you go die. If you enter take medication, you go die. Medication is fake. Hospital don't get medication. Snake go bite you. No snake venom. But yet you don't want to come outside. Are you not tired? Are you not tired? To money. They budget money on cars, plates, spoon, travel. But check out, only 23 million not they release for our hospital care. But yet you are here, you don't come out. Nigerians, come out! Enough of praying. Pray for nothing tomorrow. See, you pray like this, bow your head. Pray if you won't call. God will answer you.
Honestly, it is really heartbreaking that after the entire noise on social media, pleading and begging with Nigerians to come out and demand for their rights, people still didn't turn up. The number is not encouraging. Although some people flew in from other states to be here with us, but the people in the FCT refused to come out. Some people rather, because some other persons, a couple of others that are here, you are there behind closed doors, complaining, lamenting, suffering and smiling without wanting to come out and demand for your rights. And on Sunday or other prayer days, you go to church. Yes, you go to church. Manna is not going to fall from heaven. Come outside and demand for your rights. This is just the time to do that.
I will sell my house. I will sell my cars. I will sell my landed properties just to go to another man's country to go and do house girl, to go and work like a slave because of my bad leaders. If my leaders are doing their job, do I need to leave this country? If my leaders are doing what they're supposed to do, am I supposed to leave this country? If this country is working, will they throw me tear gas when I'm protesting for my rights? If this country is working, will I need to think of what my child will eat? What will I eat? If this country is working, will I be sleeping with one eye open? The last time I could remember how devastated I was. I couldn't sleep because I was scared. What if this man just come in and they massacred everybody in my house? What will happen? Nothing. Nothing has happened. Look at Kwara State. Plateau State has been happening for years. Look how Zamfara, they cannot go to their farms. People are being slaughtered every fucking day in Nigeria, and nothing has been happening. Nothing has happened. And I'm a PSC holder in nursing, but they cannot post about 200,000 as a salary. Do you know that when you go for nursing interview job and you tell them that your expected salary is 250,000, they will look at you like this. Let our vote count. Let my vote count. That is what I'm demanding for. Let my vote count. Let our vote count. Let my child show that there is a better tomorrow. Enough is enough. And that's a period.
Okay,
my name is Sandra Chisom. The lady her husband was kidnapped and killed after paying ransom. And I'm here today. I'm here to say my vote must count. Enough is enough. I am here to tell Akpabio to pass the bill. My husband was a victim. Directly, I'm a victim of insecurity. And I am here to say, I don't want selection, we want real election. Give us mandatory real transmission of our results. We want mandatory electronic transmission of our results. Real-time electronic transmission of our results. That's all I am here to demand from the Senate. That's why I'm here today. That my husband is a victim. I will not stand and not allow my children, my twins, innocent twins, to be victims of bad governance. And at the end of the day, they tear gassed me. They didn't go and tear gas the insecurity that killed my husband, though. The people, the bandits, the terrorists, the kidnappers, but they came to tear gas an innocent protester with their arms. We say enough is enough. We say enough is enough. Pass the bill. Akpabio, pass the bill. Akpabio, pass the bill. Enough is enough. I remember Sandra Chisom. Thank you.